We're going to talk about how to drive a car, and we're going to go ahead and start now. It's freezing out here, it's snow. We want to make sure our windshield wipers are on, put the car in drive. We want to look around, make sure it's clear. When we get onto the main thoroughfare, we want to make sure we're in the grooves of the road. And that's what you see right now, these grooves. If we get out of the grooves, we're going to slide into a car or drift off the road. We want to be very safe out here, and if we're not safe, we're going to end up having an accident. So we want to avoid an accident at all costs. We never want to slam our brakes. If we slam our brakes, we're sliding. And that's the ABS. That just saved our lives. Some cars don't have that, and then what happens, we're going to end up crashing. So I don't want to crash. So I want to come up and stop. And then I look left, right, left, and then I look where I want to go. Then I turn out really slow. Neighborhoods aren't the most dangerous place. You do have to learn how to drive in these conditions. And I would suggest you start off in a neighborhood, and you want to be really careful because a lot of these side roads have not been cleaned yet. So we want to come up and have a complete stop. Man, these brakes are really tight. And then I accelerate through very gentle. You want to make sure your windshield wipers are in good condition. That blue car, they blew through the stop sign. So you got to expect people like that who don't drive properly. And then we want to go slow. I can't turn at 15 miles an hour. I need to turn about 13 so I don't crash. Then I want to turn out really smooth. Try to stay in the middle, right? We're driving in North America, so we drive on the right side of the road. And other places, the United Kingdom, Australia, and India, they drive on the left. So we have to take our time and have good control. Also, I have a hat on and vest and a long sweater. If your car breaks down, you got to be able to walk. So that's happened to me a couple times, and I don't want to get caught up anymore. Stop trying to look cute out here and dress smart and safe. So I'm going to turn into the nearest lane, and then I'm accelerating out. And then I'm going to get over. You've got to check your blind spot. If you don't, you're going to end up in an accident. So we have to be safe out here. Then I have to get some petrol, so I want to get in the middle lane just before this driveway. And actually, I want to go on the right side of the truck, because that's where I'm supposed to. So I'm looking at traffic and waiting. I'm not gonna go, it's called threading the needle. That truck would have killed me. And that's what some beginners do. They think they have room and time, and then you get hit. So we're not trying to do that. Now I'm safe, and then I turn out really easy. That was a good turn. The gas tank is on the left side, because there's a little arrow on the dashboard. So I'm looking for a gas pump. They're all full. So I'm gonna have to drive around. And I'm just looking through, taking my time. I don't wanna be, like literally, I'm looking because I don't wanna run over anyone. Okay. And then I'm gonna come up and position my car. Okay, we have petrol. Whenever we get gasoline, we want to be really careful. Make sure our phone is inside the vehicle. We do not want to be on the phone. We want to stay outside when we pump gas because of the electromagnetic static that could cause a spark, and then we could have a fire. So I put the gas in, foot's on the brake. I've checked the windshield wiper solvent. We have windshield wiper solvent. During this time, you use a lot of that, and you don't think of having an extra gallon. So I'm gonna go up to the edge. We're making a left. So I wanna be on the right side, because if I'm on the left side, that is the end. They don't have a blinker on, so I don't know where they're going. The small things are really gonna make you a good driver. So I'm waiting for a gap. A gap is the space between cars, so you can roll out real easy. I'm gonna go all the way over to the right. Bridges freeze first. If you see the warning sign, it tells you bridge, ices before road. So we want to be mindful and be careful. The scanning, hoping that black vehicle will stop. This is a course I take clients on. We can't go in under 30. We have to slow down and be under 25 miles an hour. When you're driving in weather like this, you want to be smooth, you want to be very direct, and you want to take your time. It's better to have a little more caution and courtesy than coming in super aggressive, because you could spin out and smash your car. There were a lot of accidents this morning because people didn't use common sense. So we do not want to be that type of person. And we want to stay in the groove. The groove is right in front of us. You see me looking at it, you see the groove. And ooh, the car was sliding a little bit. I was out of the groove. So if you're out of the groove, you're going to spin out. So I'm gonna show you what that means a little bit. See, I'm out of the groove. And that means you could crash. So if you're out of the groove, you're going to end up crashing. So now I'm back in the groove. A lot of beginners will also drift to the right. So I'm going to see, I'm drifting to the right. You saw my face. I don't want to hit the curb. So I'm trying to be as smooth as possible, very direct. My hands are about at 9 and 3 or 10 and 2. I do have a longer arm, so 7 and 5 could be a preferred method. You want to use what works for you. There's a whole theory on the type of steering you have. So I'm just looking. And now I want to start slowing down. A lot of beginners wait too long to slow down, and then they stop past the stop sign or in the intersection, and then you'll fail. So I'm going to come up and stop. Now I want to move forward because the signs are blocking my view. And then there's a black Jeep coming. I'm going to let them go by. And then I want to go into the nearest lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. Then I want to get over to the right and squeeze my brakes, going real easy. And I want to have a complete stop. Now I can't see to the left because this vehicle's blocking me, so I have a choice. I can stay behind the stop line, or I can move up. This sign says right lane must turn right. I can turn on red, but it's got to be clear. So you don't want to fail your test, so you want to come up and look. And now I can see. Boy, that's a nice car. And then I'm waiting. There's a semi truck. Do not want to go in front of them, and they're most likely going to go. So that's a huge truck. Now it's clear. I looked. Then I'm going to go in the nearest lane, and I have a lot of questions on this. You want to stay in the middle. A lot of beginners will just kind of wobble to the right and kind of sit here, and then you're going to catch that lip. See how we're kind of wobbling? We're off the road. You'll get deductions. And also beginners tend to not go real fast. We're about 54 miles an hour. I'm going to go in real easy, signal my intention, and look over that shoulder. Check that blind spot. Then I come out, and that was a pretty good merge, but we will do that again because I want you to learn. I'm at about 64 miles an hour. I'm going to get off here, and I'm off the gas. New drivers will drift to the right. You're going to catch a patch of ice and end up in the ditch. See where it's shiny? Avoid that. I'm going to stay middle right. I've also had clients come in way too fast. We'll go off the ditch to the left, or go in the ditch to the right. So you want to slow down here and control your vehicle. Have good speed control, coming real easy. And literally, you see me looking, I don't want to hit the edge of that snow and ice. And then I'm going to come up and squeeze my brakes and look. Even though it's green, I'm still looking. Cars run lights. I'm going to go in real easy. And this time, I want you to get in smoother and control the car. A lot of beginners are scared to really squeeze that brake. So I want to see you squeeze the brake, going real easy, and turn gently. I'm turning real easy, and I'm accelerating out at 18. Now I'm 25. Kind of rolled into the throttle real easy. And literally, I'm looking around this S-curve. If you were driving with me, you would look down the speedometer or you would go off to the right. We want to stay in the groove. There's a groove to the left, there's a groove to the right. We want to take our time, real smooth, real easy, and just be patient. That truck's out of the groove, they're going too fast. They're going to spin out. And see that? That messes up our car too. That could cause us to crash. So you can't be selfish out here. You got to really drive for the environment, drive for safety, and drive with common sense. So we're going to continue trying to stay in the groove, trying to be really smooth. And by us going around here a second time, I'm looking for improvement. See, I'm out of the groove some. A lot of beginners would start lifting their foot, like this gray van, they just pulled right out in front of us. And that causes us to crash. So that's the stupid things people would do, and that's really dangerous. See what people do? They just pull right out like that. That is so dangerous. They didn't care. So I want you to see this and be aware of what's going on. And they did not even stop. So if you do that, you will fail your road test. So we're going to have a complete stop. And then we're going to wait because there's traffic coming. Those small things mean a lot. If you're in that much of a hurry, you're going to end up having an accident. There's another car in front of the white. So I'm really coming up now. It's called showing the car. And these are some of the more advanced things you're expected to know. And then I'm going to go right into the first lane and I accelerate out. So if you're going to be that careless like that other driver, you're going to end up failing your road test. They'll terminate your test and take you back to the office. So I need you to learn from that. Don't be in so much of a hurry that you're going to cause an accident. In that same vehicle, we're going to pass them. So it's not worth it, man. And they didn't really even stop either. So let's talk about, what do you do on this ramp? You want to gradually pick up. I'm at about 45. And my speed, I'm at 52 now. Speed's okay. The speed limit out here is 70, but the traffic and weather is really bad. So I'm going to turn on my left blinker. I'm at about 63, not too bad. I'm going to get out to the first lane, and then I cancel my blinker. That is what I'm expecting as your instructor, as your coach, as your teacher. I am a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. I'm certified to teach, and I do in-class tutorials too. So now I have to be to the left side of the curve because at the light I need to make a left. So I want to really control my speed coming up, and literally I'm off the gas and I'm looking ahead for debris, semi-truck tires, cars, and I'm going in real easy. I'm actually looking around the curve to the left. Yellow light, no need in trying to run it. I'll spin out and flip my car over. Signals on, I'm going to stop behind the stop line. There's a sensor in the ground, and then now the computer knows we're here. The lights will be on a timer, 30 second, 45 second, 55 second, and then we'll make those adjustments. This is a double left turn lane, another teachable moment. We're in the inside lane, we'll turn by the double yellow. If you turn in the wrong lane, that will be a driving error that could constitute you failing your test. The white vehicle's blocking my view, but that's fine. I'm gonna sit back, be patient. See, that lady could get hit also if she's not looking at traffic. See her looking? Whoa. That truck almost hit her, and there are more cars. So they should be yielding for her to walk completely across. So that's a teachable moment. So she's walking on the edge of the road now. Okay, so I'm gonna stay in my lane, and then let's see what this guy's gonna do. Yep, she's just walking. I don't know what's going on with her, but you gotta be careful. And this is a very dangerous area because cars will just shoot this gap. You see that car? They shot the gap. And then there's another car to my left, sorry, to my right. I do this because I'm looking around checking, and that's another area on your road test. If you don't look around and use your mirrors, you're gonna end up getting deductions. You wanna be as smooth as possible. The speed limit is 50, I'm at about 49. If you go over the speed limit, that'll be grounds for failure to your road test. I'm gonna get over one lane to the right. I'm gonna squeeze my brakes. That was a little close. They have a new car, temporary plate, they're excited. They have their Mercedes. So they're on that emotional car thing and they're not really paying attention. So you gotta be aware of the surroundings. My blinker's on, I'll make a right turn in this private drive. I turned it on about a block. And then I'm gonna go in really slow and take my time, and I'm looking, watching all these people. And I see the pedestrians coming by. And I'm just watching. So I'm gonna go over. So this guy's standing out smoking his cigarette. And I wanna come in here and I'm gonna pull in and park. You gotta park in between the lines. And I'm modeling this. So let's review. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. We went through a course where you saw me merge an expressway twice. You want to come out 45 to 55 miles an hour. You have to look over your shoulder to the left and check your blind spot. If you don't, you'll receive a deduction. You can't assume pedestrians and other drivers will follow the rules. There was a car that pulled out in front of me and I was traveling legally at the speed limit. We almost had contact, and then they blew the stop sign. So we're gearing everything to pass your road test. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening to this. That's why you're watching. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. And this lends us to, there are different groups. There's a group 18 and under. They're learning how to drive. There's a group 18 and older. You're learning, but you don't have that much support. And then there's a group 21 and up. All of these elements will help all of you learn how to drive. You'll learn how to be consistent with your speed in your defensive driving. You saw a lot of examples today. You'll learn how to use your blinker. Up is right, down is left. You need to know this is my right shoulder, so I have to look over my right shoulder to check my right blind spot. This is my left shoulder, I have to look over my left shoulder. You as a new driver, whether you're under 18, over 21, you're gonna have a different approach. And these elements will help you be successful. You saw me drive through a neighborhood, I was staying middle right side. You saw me looking, using my vision. If I'm out of the groove, I'm gonna slide off the road literally into a ditch, which I don't want. If I'm out of the groove to the left, I'm gonna hit a lot of snow and ice and spin out of control. Both are dangerous situations. And you need to be watching this, learning from it, and then making your decision, what is gonna be my approach to driving? What am I gonna learn? How am I going to improve? How will I get better if I'm over 18 or 21 and I don't have a support system? You're going to be looking at my videos. You're going to be getting my ebook, which is going to be coming out within the next 36 hours. And I want to say thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.